Alright guys, well, thank you for staying tuned and subscribing and watching my video. Once I do hit 1,000 subscribers, I will do a raffle for some ARB toe straps and recovery kit that I have. So it's unopened, unused, but that'll be a little gift to those that are watching that do want to subscribe and follow my journey and help me support what I'm doing here. So this is a 2022 base model Bronco Sasquatch package. So I had ordered this, waited approximately, I would say almost 18 months, I think was how long I waited, and it was worth the wait. You know, would I pay over sticker? Definitely not. However, I paid the MSRP, or what the order sticker was, which was fine for me. That all worked out. I got the 2.3 with the 10-speed automatic. It was actually the same engine and transmission I had in my 2019 or 2020 Ford Ranger. So I was very familiar with this engine, platform, and everything, which was nice. So that's why I ended up picking the 2.3 over the 2.7. And it's just very simplistic inside the engine bay compared to the 2.7. I'm sure some people will, you know, want to say otherwise, but to me, it just, we can compare it later on in the video if I add it in there. So what I want to talk about is this rooftop tent here that I added. So I ended up doing a roof rail kit here that is a Bronco accessory. So this is for the 2-door, and then somebody in Texas had pieces of one that they weren't using, and I guess we're missing a couple things from it, didn't care for it, so they actually sold me the middle bar here for support, which actually made this a lot more sturdy. Overall, I spent about $1,200, I believe, getting this on Amazon. Yes, I actually bought this on Amazon, and I was very, very worried that it was going to be a lump of coal, but it worked out. It's probably the best $1,200 I spent on a hard case roof tent for an off-road car. So, you know, there's a couple other soft tents out there that are around that same price, and this almost looks exactly like a roof nest, you know, just a third of the price. No knock on roof nest, but I wasn't going to pay $3,500 for this on my truck, especially for how often I use it. So yeah, that's how I ended up picking this up. But I'll show you more of how this pops up and how it looks, and yeah, we'll look at it more from there and see whether this is something you may want to add to your Bronco, or maybe a Jeep or something else, you know. Alright guys, so this roof tent here is held by these latches here, so definitely want to crank that up so it doesn't get stuck there. It is lockable. And then you just there you go. Doesn't look too bad, I think. So this tent does come with a ladder. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got total 6 steps, about a foot apart each. I'm a strong 280 here, so if I can get up it, I'm quite sure a lot of you can as well. So pretty comfortable as well, not sketchy at all. So you do have this elastic band here to kind of keep the tent in as you pull it down. On all sides you have zippers here. This is like your mosquito net. Pretty sick. And then you have this side, your front, and your opposite side that you can get into. So I'll actually bring you over here and show you more of what I'm working with in here. Cool, so this is the inside of the tent. As you can see, this is the other netting for it. That might be a little better. It's like a quilted pattern up there. You can store your phone, chargers, kind of keep some stuff out of the way. And then you have your pad here. The pad is all right. It's about a couple inches thick. However, I'd like to put something a little bit more, you know, softer, maybe a little thicker, because I think it can actually handle it. But yeah, you can unzip this. I wouldn't consider this an all-seasons tent. I mean, I think it could handle light rain, maybe some light snow, but you'd be pretty awfully cold in it. But for me, this works now that I'm back in California, and you know what? I'll definitely get great use out of it, especially already have. And so as you can see, it's actually not that big on the two-door Bronco. This would look amazing on a four-door. You'd have plenty of room, put your track boards, any other gear that you want up there with it. For me, I can keep some of those things inside with the seats folded down. To put this down, it's actually not that hard. So you'll pull off the ladder. Well, actually, you could do the ladder last if you really wanted to. There is a rope that you can grab back here. Let's see. And you just pull this down. And the fabric that ends up coming out the side, you can kind of just tuck it in as best as you can. Definitely don't have to hop on the ladder to do it. It just makes it a little easier to do this side. And you do have a water seal here that's actually going to keep the water out as you're driving. So as I came back from Texas, went through New Mexico, I had no troubles with having any water in this tent once I ended up opening camp. Cool, and then you'll see me do the exact same thing here as well. Cool, so this is actually the handle or piece of nylon that you're going to be pulling down to actually bring your tent and collapse it. So what I like to do is get it as tight as possible here and kind of fold around it. Obviously, if you have the tire carrier open, this is going to be significantly easier to do. So I'll just kind of bundle it up in here. Not as fast and sexy as most people would think this would go, but it is significantly faster than doing an actual pop-out tent that goes over your cap. So I'll take it. Cool. So these latches here, they are lockable. They have a little hook on them, and they're actually going to catch this piece right here, this bolt. So you'll do it on both, and that's what's going to keep the pressure seal around your tent and keep it waterproof. And just like that, it's collapsed and ready to go. So really, if you wanted to get in and out of Dodge in minutes, you could get this tent down and get out of town. But, you know, it's one of those things that took a risk on it, and it actually turned out pretty good for me. So I will put the link in this video if those of you do want to buy it. The price might go up and down. I don't have an affiliation with the company that sells it. They are Chinese based, I believe. So, you know, kind of take it how you like. But I have to admit, it's not bad for the price. Like I said, roof nest, you're going to pay $35 plus. And for this being a third of that, I think this is a pretty good deal. And like I said, no knock on roof nests. You know, every company's got to make their money. So, you know, girls got to eat. So that's how it is. And yeah, it's a great purchase for me, and I think I'm going to have a ton of fun with it over this next year here in California as I kind of, you know, go and adventure and do some fishing with some buddies. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I know this might be kind of a longer one than normal, but this is kind of just to show you something else I've added to the Bronco that not many people have really added yet. You see a lot of suspension and a lot of other videos, but this is kind of my little experiment, is doing one of these tents. So thank you for watching, and definitely subscribe or comment, like. All that stuff kind of helps me make more and do these. And especially with editing, it encourages me to edit videos and take that time. So thank you all, and have a great evening or morning, depending when you're watching this.